Are you tired of key features of graphs yet? I can understand if you are, but we're going to keep going. So next is increasing and decreasing. And for increasing and decreasing, I always use a little walking man. Okay? We read a graph just like we read a book. We start on the very left-hand side of the graph, which is over here. And then we end over here. So little man, if little man is walking uphill, he is increasing. If he is walking flat or straight, he is constant. And if he is walking downhill, he is decreasing. And at any point where that changes from increasing to decreasing, that is called a maximum value because that is the very tip top of the mountain. But if it goes from decreasing to increasing, that's called the minimum value because that's like the valley. So minimum, except I can't spell, that's an I. Normally I can spell decent, but you know, we all make mistakes. Moving on. So now we can physically see that, hey, that's increasing, and hey, that's decreasing. We've solved half the problem. Now we just have to write it in good mathematical language, okay? So he is increasing from negative infinity, and then this always tricks people because the point here is 0, 2. So many people put 2. This is a misconception. When we are talking about increasing and decreasing intervals, we always state the x values. Okay, x values. So the x value right there is actually 0. Again, we're going to put a parenthesis there because right there at the 0, they're at the tip top of the mountain. So you're not increasing, you're not decreasing, you're just hanging out. So we will use a parenthesis. And then we start decreasing at 0. And we are going to decrease as long as my x values keep getting bigger. So notice my x value here is 1. My x value here is 2, my x value here is 3, my x value here is 4, 5, 6, 7. It keeps getting bigger and bigger up until infinity. So again, it's the x values, not the y values. Don't be confused. So the x is getting bigger, so it's going to infinity.